Hello and welcome to Great Hang, the greatest hang that's ever hanged. I'm your hang, Tim McLaughlin, coming to you with your other hang, Myka Fox. It's Green Hat Day today.
Oh, look at us,
Great
Tim.
Hang.
Wow, that must be lucky for something.
I know. How are you, Myka?
Well, fine.
Oh, good. Hey, guess what? You did it. You made it all the way through January without drinking a couple times. You did drink, though.
I had 3 total drinks in all of January.
Yep.
One was while you were doing fentanyl.
I was not doing fentanyl. I was under for surgery.
Well, fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl. And then the other 2 were, as you know, a celebration. They were at one meal, so I don't know if that counts as like...
That does not count as one drink. If it was at one meal, it's still 2 drinks you had at one meal.
Well, you know, if they had served it in a bigger cup...
Yeah. Well, if anything is served in a bigger thing, it just makes it one thing.
Yeah.
So, no,
so,
you were served in a smaller... No, so no, you were served in a smaller thing, so that makes it 2 things.
Well, I only got drunk once.
Okay, I understand you only got drunk once, but still, you did pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. Now, Tim, today is the 1st of the month. Get up, get up, get up. It's the 1st of the month.
Yes, now you can freely drink as much as you want without judgment.
Well, I think I could have done that.
I would have judged you for being weak.
I did kind of get that vibe from you. For being like a drunk alcoholic slob, as some of our fans have put it
as
today.
No one has ever said ever in my life.
I mean, I could read the comment right now.
No, let's not read the comment right now.
Okay.
It was a rude thing that someone did not need to write.
Nobody needs to write
And also,
anything.
you didn't need to read this comment. You just said what it was. You called me a fat, drunken slob.
Well, I could have been more specific.
No, that's exactly what he said. It is 100% what he said.
I think he also said dumb.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he fucking did. I bet everyone does. I bet everyone's out there just having their nice little time. But I'm mentally strong. I made it through the whole month and then some without drinking.
Yeah, just the fentanyl. Just the
Myka,
fentanyl.
I didn't do
and
fentanyl.
The exorbitant amount of Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol you took for that entire week and a half.
Yeah, the Tylenol that got me fucked up out of my mind.
Yeah, you were fucking nuts.
Yeah, I was out of my mind on fucking extra strength Tylenol.
And Advil.
I didn't even take any of the fucking Oxycontin we got.
As Sue says, taking 2 Advil plus 1 extra strength Tylenol, that's like taking an Oxy.
She says it gives you, yeah, that's what she says, but I don't know if it is.
And you did that like all month. So it's kind of like you were Rue from Euphoria.
5 times.
You and Rue have a lot in common, you know.
Rue
from Euphoria, a show you don't watch, but our fans probably have.
Okay. All right. Well, green hats, different sides of the table. We're on different.
So the big question is, Timmy.
The big question is, what more are you going to deflect by saying I did fent for going under for surgery?
What more am I going to deflect?
Yeah. Your failures in dry January.
I wouldn't call it a failure, especially considering my dry January started on the 26th of December.
Yeah, so did mine.
Just saying.
And I'm just saying I still didn't drink at all.
That earns you a few free drinks, I think. Anyway, the big question is,
yeah.
Are you going to drink tonight?
I don't know. I haven't decided. Depends.
I bet that's a yes.
Well, it just depends. I don't know. I don't really feel like it at the moment. I kind of need I'm so tired. I had to actually work yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Tim did a full, well, what was it? It wasn't quite 8 hours.
I worked, I only moved a woman for 6 hours, and it took 6 hours to load the truck because she was not packed at all when I got there and was packing as we were going. It was fucking infuriating. And then I had to move like 10 to 15 cacti into the truck, and my hands are just stung up with fucking cactus.
That's so fucking crazy that she wouldn't mention that it's all these cactus that she needs to get moved. I guess she's not the one who hired you, but I feel like you should get cactus tipped. Like there's a special tip.
I didn't get tipped at all.
That's so... because the guy was the one who hired you.
Well, even if the guy was the one who hired me, this lady had, I'm not going to tip you energy.
I know. It already sounds like that. If she went to TaskRabbit because she didn't like any of the quotes.
Yeah, I guess she didn't like any of the quotes that the moving companies gave her. So she hired one of the building workers to help her. And he had been there since Friday. And he was like, man, and he was supposed to help her at 8 a.m. And she had nothing done and moved it to 1, and he had worked all night long.
That's so fucking rude. I really hate this woman. Now, here's the thing. When Tim or when anybody moves somebody, now we know where you fucking live, bitch.
Yeah, I know exactly where she's going.
I am so tempted to walk. She has what, fucking 9 dogs?
She has 9. Oh, she had 9 dogs.
So I'm just going to hang out in front of her building, wait for the fucking clearly batshit insane woman with 9 dogs to come out.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to fucking ruin her day. Just go up to her being like, you got bad energy, lady, and just walk away and then do it another day until eventually it just creeps into her soul and she kills herself.
She was like an Asian Karen. What's that, like a Helen?
Oh, she was Asian?
Yeah.
I was not picturing that.
She was Asian. She talked to me like I was a fucking 8-year-old, and I told you this yesterday, but I almost fucking lost my shit. I'd be like, I was this close to being like, I don't understand why you're talking to me like this, because I'm here to help you move, and you don't have anything fucking ready. And you know who would have had this done? Any other regular fucking person, you dumb fucking bitch. So maybe get off your fucking high horse before I kick you in the fucking teeth.
What was she saying to you?
She was like, now don't hurt yourself. Now both of you should lift that together. And hey, maybe let's use some, that's how she would say everything. She goes, maybe we should. Like that, yeah. She would do that.
I work with someone who does that, and I'm like, if you say maybe, then I'm not gonna do it. Either fucking use a command or get the fuck out of my way.
She goes, maybe we should wrap these lamps, and I go, they're made of wrought iron. They're wrought iron lamps. Why? Why are we wrapping the iron?
Because you could scratch the iron.
The iron was all fucked out.
You can't even put your own iron pan in the dishwasher or it'll ruin it. And don't tell me you don't get how to treat iron.
No, but I'm not dishwashing the iron. I'm not dishwashing them. I'm putting the motherfucker in a van and driving it.
But who knows? Maybe some soap could get in there.
Soap could get in the van.
Fucking all knocks around. Next thing a moving van is just a giant dishwasher on the road.
It was so wild, man.
If you think about it.
And she had one person there.
If you think about it.
First of all, I'm not thinking about it because...
Think about it!
I stopped thinking about it because it was fucking stupid, whatever you were saying. And a fucking moving truck is not a giant dishwasher.
It could be, though.
It could be.
If you think about
it. If you peel open the top of it...
Yeah.
And you take it to a car wash... And all you have in the back of it is dishes... Then yes, it could be.
And then in that case, you should wrap her iron lamp.
All right, in that case. But we were not doing that. We were going from the Upper West Side to the Lower East Side.
Well,
she had 100, and then she had a bunch of little cactuses that she hadn't even boxed up. It was 7 p.m. There were still things that needed to be boxed up inside of her apartment.
Was she just slowly moving, or was she like on the phone, like acting like nothing mattered?
She was acting like nothing mattered, and the guy. First of all, we lost use of the elevator at 3 p.m.
So you used the stairs?
No, because I was there working with a guy who was part of the building. We still got to use the
never really lost use.
No, but then we had to wait for the elevator because then people had to use it.
Oh, I hate this cunt. And I am gonna go to her apartment. Yeah. I also want to put a sign on the door. What apartment number did she move into?
I don't know what apartment number she moved into. I do have the address of her new apartment seared into my brain.
I bet you do. Just be like, this fucking bitch, who moved into apartment once here, whatever the fuck it is. Be like, enjoy her. We are so glad to get rid of her. All right. And then it'll be like signed her old building. And then everyone will know what a bitch she is.
Yeah, it was, dude. And the old place she was in is like one of those nice high rises right off the water. The view was incredible.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
When the new place is what?
I didn't get to the new place.
Oh, you never made it.
I didn't even help them unload because it was so fucking late. I had other shit to do, and I had a medical problem.
He had other shit to do, he said, which was go home.
Yeah, but also my nose
And
started
lay in
bleeding,
bed.
and I'm not supposed to keep working if my nose is bleeding.
So you worked so hard, you got a nosebleed.
Yes, but I just got nose surgery, so that could be bad. So I had to call it quits.
But did you call the doctor?
No.
You should have done that, Mike.
Well, my nose didn't bleed today, so I think I'm fine.
He said if your nose starts bleeding while you work, you should call me immediately, not the next day.
Well,
if it's
guess
still
what?
bleeding.
I try to get in touch with him immediately all the time, and it takes him 2 to 3 days to get back to me.
Yeah, I hate
So I'm
this guy.
sure it would be a real fucking big problem on his fucking side too.
Tim, do people just, can they tell you're a bitch?
Yes, I do a whole bit about it. I do a whole bit about how everyone knows I'm a fucking bitch.
Because your doctor doesn't respect you.
The guy at Fazoli's doesn't respect me.
This lady with 9 dogs doesn't respect you.
The motherfucking crazy man who sat next to me on the fucking train the other day, like, squished himself in and then put his arm out to fucking hold the bar in front of my face.
That was so rude. I almost smacked him.
I was going to do something if I didn't just have nose surgery and was like, oh man, if this motherfucking crazy homeless person punches me in the nose, I'm going to be fucking pissed. And then I'll have to kill him.
Sounds like it's time for someone to move out of New York.
Well,
You can't hack it, Tim.
I can hack it. I just get upset. But here's the thing. We can't move out of New York.
Why not?
We have a live show coming up.
Oh, cool fucking,
Transition.
yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I ruined it by not thinking of the word transition.
We have a live show. We're going to do a live show, Myka.
I'm excited. It's March 3rd.
March 3rd in officially 1 month and 1 day, 1 month and 1 day from today when the episode comes out.
Wow. Did you guys get that?
Shut up. It's in 29 days.
Okay. It's on March 3rd. That's
March
that's
3rd.
the information you remember. At the Gutter Bar
At Gutter Bar
in Williamsburg
in
/ Greenpoint.
Greenpoint, Williamsburg, Gutter Bar. It's going to be fun.
It's fun. It's where comedy fans might know comedians you should know.
Comedians you should know.
That very fun show, friends of our show.
Jack Comstock, friend of the show,
Yes.
is the manager over there and helping us put on the show.
I'm very excited.
It's going to be fun. So March 3rd, live show over at the Gutter. It'll be a nice time. Calling all fans.
Calling all fans. Tim, what are we going to do at our live show?
I don't know, but we'll have a guest.
We should have a guest for sure. Maybe more than one. How long is it? An hour?
I don't know.
I guess about the length of a podcast.
Yeah, but maybe we could do a long thing. Maybe we could do a live game show.
That's work for you.
I listen, all of this is work for me.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Micah, I asked, hey, could you go get my phone out of the bedroom? And you just stayed with the cat.
You know what? I would like to point something out really quickly.
All I asked, the work I'd like to point this out. The work while I'm setting up the podcast on my computer and everything, the work I asked you to do was, could you go get my phone out of the bedroom while it's charging so we can film the thing?
I was snuggling Toe.
Yes. Now, how much more work have you put into learning the new camera? Have you gotten frustrated?
I'm frustrated because it recorded everything, but you said not everything, and I'm not on the other end in the computer with picking up the files, so I don't know what. I think that's a you problem.
No, it recorded 17 minutes at a time.
Feels like a you problem. Why would it be? Why would it do that?
I don't know.
These are things you can't just look up being like, why is it only recording 17 minutes? There's like no like quick FAQ on that.
There's not a quick thing, but there is some amount of work you can put in by going to YouTube, watching a tutorial on how to.
Hours.
But did you watch hours and then have the phone with you and then do everything they were doing on the tutorial with your phone?
They don't have a tutorial and how to retrieve the information, make sure it's correct. They don't.
I bet they do.
I bet you they fucking do.
I bet there is one somewhere. There's a tutorial for everything on the internet. I can learn how to make napalm on the internet. I
can make napalm easily. I don't even need the fucking internet. The napalm is easy. A Canon A7S is difficult. If you had to fucking burn down a Hebrew school with a Canon A7S, there'd be way less terrorism acts.
Nah, you just hollow it out, you fill it with gasoline, and you throw it in there.
Don't forget the soap, dumbass.
What do you need soap for? I'm
That's
not
what
making
makes it,
napalm.
That's what makes it napalm.
I'm not making it napalm. First of all, let's not give away the recipe for napalm on our Anarchy's Cookbook episode.
Tim. Oh, yeah, you guys have to buy it for $5 from me at middle school.
That's right.
Which is what I used to do to make money in middle school.
But maybe what is make napalm and throw it on
No, I printed out
Gentiles?
copies of the Anarchist Cookbook and sold it for $5 a pop.
What the fuck? You did that?
Yeah, I did it with this other kid who lived nearby, and then when we got caught, I blamed it all on him.
Nice. Did he get expelled?
I feel like I don't remember seeing him much after that.
Oh my god!
But he wasn't. Was he at the bus stop? Because we were at the bus stop.
I'm so surprised that a person.
I forget his name even.
So first of all, you're a rat.
No. I didn't tell on him. He got caught with them.
And then you just said no, that was all him and not me.
I don't think it was that I was a rat. I think it's just that he wasn't one.
Ah. I
so
see.
I wasn't like, oh, I also was, you know.
Yeah. You didn't rat on yourself.
No. Why would you?
No, I never. Well, I tend to sometimes on accident, but I don't.
You're like, I'm trying to be nice. I did that once, actually. My friend got busted smoking weed outside the Bowery Poetry Club.
I am always trying to be nice. First of all, fuck you.
I'm telling a story.
All right.
So she gets busted smoking weed outside of the thing, and she's all freaking out. And so I was like, I was smoking weed too, and I went with her and had to get like arrested and like the whole thing too. I could have easily just been like, no, that was all her. I was just standing here.
Why'd you do that?
I kind of wanted to see what it was like.
Getting arrested?
I was high as hell. I thought it was funny.
But what about when you come down? Now you're sober in jail, getting your fucking muff eaten out by some fucking big butch fucking lady that runs the goddamn cell.
I mean, they don't put you in jail for smoking a joint.
I'm just saying, yeah, they do.
They take you.
All right, I'd love you to tell thousands of black men that are in jail right now that they don't put you in jail for smoking a joint. I'd love you to tell them that.
They don't put you in jail.
They would put me in jail, I bet. I'm
Tim,
mouthy.
No, first you have to get arraigned, and then they send you home, and then you go back, and then if you're black, you go to prison.
No, that's prison. But if you get arrested, you go to jail.
I don't
jail
know where
is different
I was.
than prison.
It was at the. I think it was like cells at the like. I wouldn't
That's
even call
jail.
It, whoops.
If you're in a cell, you're in jail. You fucking idiot.
Well,
how do you not know what jail is?
Because my name is Myka with a Y, and I'm from Arizona.
Oh. All right, I guess. I didn't know that was the main reason you don't know what jail is.
I'm good at not getting caught unless I turn myself in, which I did. And I actually had a very fun time in jail. I was high as fuck. I was also a little drunk. I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Who would have thought?
And I was like climbing on the bars and like flirting with the cops and stuff.
Yeah.
But the friend I went with was like crying. She was really scared. I'm like, what's your fucking problem?
Were they flirting back, the cops?
They liked it, but here's the part that really pissed me off, is they smoked my friend's weed.
Yeah, of course they did.
Like right in front of us. They were like, oh, we gotta go. And then they went out through this other door and they came back in smelling of weed. And my friend was like, where the fuck is the rest of my bag? And they're like, police property, ma'am.
Yeah, man. I mean, what do you think? Do you think they're not gonna do that? They do that shit all the time.
In front of you? And also, okay, so it was like me and then this other girl, and it's like, listen, I understand, you got a quota to fill, like, smoking weed at the time was still illegal, right? But it's New York fucking City, you know what I mean? There's, like, fucking hardcore junkies on the streets, there's probably murderers and rapists and, like, real crimes to fucking stop. So they bring me and this other small girl in, and the other cops at the precinct just start slow clapping them. They're like... Real nice catch, boys. Fixed the street of some real hardcore criminals.
That's right.
Even the other cops didn't respect them for it.
Well, they had to get what they had to get. I mean, remember last night when we saw that guy fucking shooting up behind the little thing?
I'm glad he wasn't jerking off.
I thought he was jerking off for a little bit because I was hearing all this slapping sounds.
Slapping, yeah.
But it turns out he was just trying to find a vein.
That's how I'm gonna refer to jerking off. I'm trying to find a vein.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to drain the main vein, but he was finding a regular vein.
He's
what if
trying
he
to
was
fill it up.
shooting up into his penis?
I'm sure it's been done.
I'm 100% positive it's been done.
Oh, really? Have you done it?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You do?
Yes.
Is that why your dick is 3 colors?
Yes. That's why the one is for heroin, the other one's for cocaine, and the third one's for PCP.
Oh, shit.
That's right. Tricolor Tim is what they call me.
The Neapolitan gangsta.
Uh-huh. Welcome to Cool Guy Town. Population me, baby. Oh, so we're speaking of my doctor and we don't like him. Remember I went to the doctor last week?
Uh-huh.
And I was like telling him, I was like, man, I got debilitating headaches.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, looked in there with like a camera. And he goes, oh, this is why. And I told you he pulled that fucking thing out of my nose. It was like the size of a silver dollar.
Yeah, it was like the mother for a kombucha.
Yeah. And what?
Okay, listen, Tim. I'm going to reference Euphoria. I'm going to talk about kombucha. You can't stop me from being me just because you are an uncultured rube.
Uncultured rube because I don't watch fucking horny tit shows.
Tim, we're expressing our urge to watch high schoolers fuck in a safe and consensual way. And if you can't get on board with that, then you should not watch Euphoria.
Oh, they're in high school? Yeah. I'm in. I didn't know they were in high school. Yeah. I thought they were in college. I was like, ooh, too old, gross.
No.
Oh, hell yes. This rules. Well, I guess we're going to end the podcast now so I can start watching Euphoria.
Tim's already like working on the PCP part of his stock.
Uh-huh.
So they found a giant thing in your nose.
Found a big old thing in my nose, yanked it out. The nurse turns to me and she goes, oh, this is why I love this job. Look at how big this thing is. And I was like, ugh, quit showing it to me. And that was in my head. It was so deep in there. He had to numb my whole nose. He had to numb the whole thing.
That's so gross. But meanwhile, you've shown me many things that have come out of your nose since then.
Yeah. Nothing like this though. Woo-wee, was it nasty. I showed you one the other day that was pretty big.
Yeah.
But this was like 3-4 times that size.
You should have gotten a photo of it, Tim. I would have liked to seen it as well.
I know. Then I was talking to a friend of the show, Melody Kamali, at her open mic on Wednesday. And she was like, oh, you didn't get a picture? I love seeing that stuff. I was like, oh, why?
Once I had a buildup, a blockage in my ear, and they like made me do like weeks of eardrops, and then they did a lavage or whatever.
Lavage?
It's called an ear lavage, and
lavage should be the term for women jerking off. I have to go lavage.
I have to go lavage my lavage.
Yeah, isn't that right? Isn't that good, lavage?
Yeah, I'll take it under consideration.
Thank you. Tell all the other women.
I'll bring it to the meeting.
Yeah.
So they wash out this like giant black raisin out of my ear.
Yeah.
It wasn't a real raisin. It was a raisin made of wax. And I was like, oh my God. And like, there was like a lightness in my head,
Whoa.
Like I
it was
really
so
noticed.
heavy that so you had been walking like this with your head all tilted towards your shoulder and then it just evened out.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We should try doing that to all the cripples on the street. Just be like,
oh my God, the cripples.
Just be like, maybe you think, are you being weighed down by earwax? You don't even know. But you know what I did, Timmy?
What'd you do, Myka?
I asked if I could have it, and they gave it to me.
Ew.
And I kept it, no lie, for over a decade. I might still have it.
I gagged it. I'm sorry. That's so nasty, bitch.
They put it in one of those purple surgical gloves, and every now and then I would open it and take a look.
All right. Well, this gets to a segment of our show where we nominate a Nasty Bitch of the Week. And this week's winner for Nasty Bitch of the Week is Myka Fox, co-host of the Great Hang Podcast.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without my inability to wash my ears properly and the doctors at Kaiser Permanente.
Thank you, Kaiser Permanente, for making my girlfriend a Permanente Nasty Bitch of the Week. I had that happen too, where I got my ear was so clogged with shit. I think I got hit in the ear, like I busted. I popped my eardrum, and then it was healing. And sometimes when it heals, you just build up a bunch of earwax, And I kept pouring hydrogen peroxide in my ear to help it to because someone was like, the internet was like, if you fucking pour hydrogen peroxide in your ear, it'll break it down. And then I was like getting it, but I kept just pushing it more deeper in with the thing.
Well, this is disgusting.
So eventually I was like in Florida and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I went to like the med check or whatever. And the lady was like, oh yeah, you can't do any of that stuff. No, that's going to work. And she used the fucking shooter thing and shot it all out.
That's the lavage.
Yeah,
Jim.
she lavaged it and I nutted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There was nuts in there? Is that what's going on in your left ear right now?
No, my left ear just has like a little piece of something.
Of something. It's wax, and
Let me
get it out after the show. Will you please let me take it out?
No. First of all, no. Not after I accidentally hit you in the nose this morning. You're not going anywhere near my ear with any kind of thing.
You think I'm gonna revenge hours later? I have stopped thinking about that forever ago. You keep bringing it up because you feel guilty because you did it on purpose.
I did not do it on purpose. I did not do it on purpose. And also, I do feel guilty. And secondly, I don't trust you to not get revenge of some sort in that kind of fashion.
I didn't even remember it happened. And why would I want to hurt you? You're already disabled. You've already only done one. Okay, and that was back to the point that I was going to make, if I may. You got on me for having 3 drinks, but maybe you drink a little more too if you had done more than 6 hours of work in January.
I got fucking nose surgery, you fucking bitch. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry I didn't do more than 6 hours of work in January because I was recovering from major surgery where I was out for 6 hours.
Yeah. What do you mean? You weren't out for 6 hours.
I thought you said I was out for 6 hours.
No, you were out for 4.
That's still a real long time.
It is really long, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'm real sorry that I didn't get any fucking work done because I was recovering from nose surgery and my ass wasn't able to do anything medically. Thank you. Now, do you accept my apology?
What?
I just said I'm sorry.
Apology?
Yes.
Yes, I accept your apology.
Thank you, Myka. And that's all I've ever wanted in my fucking life.
Okay, now what were we talking about?
Getting something yanked out of my nose.
Oh yeah, you don't trust me to take wax out of your ear. We'll table that conversation for another day.
Because you're like, I forgot about it. I don't even remember that happening. And you know who says shit like that? Someone who is planning revenge and then is like, well, now I'm going to trick him into letting me actually do it by telling him I forgot about it, but I actually do have a revenge plan to stick the fucking ear thing way too far into his ear and puncture his eardrum for accidentally hitting me in the nose today.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Why would I?
If I wanted to do that, I would just say there was a wasp in your ear.
If there was a wasp in my ear, I'd just punch myself in the fucking head.
Well, I think the result of revenge would be the same.
Yeah. I punch myself so hard in the head that it goes, and the wasp gets all fucking jumbled up. And then I grab it and throw it out of my ear. If there was a wasp in my ear, I would be running in circles, crying.
There would be like steam coming out of you.
We're not talking about a wasp being in my ear
But like
anymore.
if there was a wasp in your head and it was buzzing around.
No,
it was like,
Myka, no. This is so terrifying. I think about
it was like
I watched a video. First of all, a wasp too big to get in my ear. I have small little ears. I have small, tight. My ears are so small and tight and wet.
Yeah.
These
wasps are so big and thick.
I would never let a wasp stretch my fucking ear holes out. The wasp ain't getting in my fucking ear, but I did see a video of someone pulling a big bug out of someone's ear, and I
lost my consonants.
It was so terrifying, I almost died.
Timothy.
If I got a wasp in my ear, I'd kill myself because I don't know if I'd be able to live ever again. I'd be in constant fear. If I got a wasp in my ear one time, I'd be in constant fear that it would ever happen again, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to live. I wouldn't be able to live at all. I'd have to go to a mental institution or I'd fucking kill myself. Those are the two things that would happen for the rest of my life. I'd have to live out my life sitting next to a guy that thinks he lives in space or some shit, and I'm just there because I'm terrified of another wasp getting in my... I'd be wearing earmuffs all year long. I'd look fucking insane. Would be crazy.
Timothy, I think you should go to the mental institution now.
Why?
Listen to you. You're look how fucking hyped up you are just because I mentioned a wasp in your ear. And some might say that was my revenge.
It's so scary. That's the scariest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Wasps are so fucking gnarly looking, and then one's in your ear, and then you grab, what if you only grab the front part, and then the stinger comes out, and then the stinger falls, and it falls down in your ear and just stings your eardrum, and now your eardrum's all swollen, and it's just going boom, 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 because it's a drum, you know?
Tim, have you ever talked to a toddler?
No. Was it similar to this? Yeah. Scary, man.
And then there was a dog, and it was brown, and it had this spot on the back of its leg.
Mine was more coherent than that. Mine was mildly more coherent than that. Anyway, wasp in your ear, not the kind of stuff we like to talk about here on the podcast. We do have another segment, and that segment is
5-star reviews.
Reviews for the podcast. We have no new reviews.
Oh, we don't?
We have no new reviews.
Tim, what the fuck?
But if you'd like to leave a review, you can go to Apple, iTunes, Apple Podcasts.
No, just forget it. You guys don't care about us.
All right, don't do it anymore. We'll just ditch this segment. Now, new segment. Let's look see if we have any emails. Looking up our emails, see if we have any songs. Should have done it before we got on.
Well,
and we don't.
I yelled at my pay pig this week to do it too. And
Yeah,
he didn't.
he still hasn't done it. He likes to give you money, but not songs.
No. Yeah.
Let's see. We have one spam. It's from Lauren. What do you think? Hi, my name is Lauren. I work as a podcast manager at Acast. I saw that you enabled a Patreon Acast integration for your podcast and was hoping to get some feedback. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to respond to that because I don't know what the fuck that means.
Acast. Why don't you Acast my cast?
Oh my God.
I gave up because...
Why don't you stick your cast in my A, bitch?
I got distracted because my nose hurts.
Oh, from what?
From when you hit me in the nose earlier today.
Are you going to need nose surgery where you do Fent?
There's like a weird bump that hadn't been there before.
No, it was always there.
No,
Everyone could see it and
one.
they talk about it all the time.
This is a new one, I think.
All right, so those were my topics. Let's go over them. I said, woman I worked for yesterday got stabbed by a bunch of cactuses. Uh-huh. That fucking sucked.
Yeah.
We talked about the live episode coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, we might do a game show on it though. So we did a game show on our latest episode on the Patreon, which has gotten mixed reviews.
I think it's been mostly positive.
Tom said he liked it. Andrew said that they could really be tweaked.
Well, sure.
He said there was some good stuff, but it could be tweaked. But what we could make the live episode into a big game show. I think that would be fun.
Tim, all people want is to see me yell at you fresh.
Right, but
in front of their own eyes.
Yes, but what creates you yelling at me more?
Almost anything. There is literally nothing you could do to make me happy.
But me putting a lot of work into something and then it not actually being very good.
I know, I'm already annoyed just thinking about it.
Why?
Because, why should it suck? Why is your
I'm not
plan,
saying it will suck.
Why is your plan to suck?
My plan is not to suck.
Why do you suck even if that's not your plan?
Because I'm a loser. That's what happens when you're a fucking loser. You always suck.
No, Tim?
Well, I don't know what to do. I put a lot of work into the game show last week, and you yelled at me like the entire Patreon episode, patreon.com/greathang.
You made so many dumb mistakes. It's insane. It's hard to wrap my brain around.
Right. So that will create great fodder for the live episode. Now, do I know that I'm making the mistakes and leave them in?
No.
So that Myka can make fun of me later? Do I think that far in advance?
No, you can't.
Right. But it'd be cool if I did. It'd be freaking really cool.
That would be even more infuriating. Right now you're like lovably dumb.
Yeah.
But if this whole like Albanianism was a ruse, Tim, I'd be furious.
Hey? A ruse? I don't know. I don't know if it is.
It's not, Tim. You don't know what a ruse is.
I know what a ruse
is.
What? I know what it is. It's a fucking
All
clown,
right,
baby.
Bill Clinton.
No, it's a clown. Is.
Is.
I don't know what the definition of is. Is that a good impression?
No.
I held my thumb up like this.
Oh, yes.
That's what Bob Dole does, though, doesn't he? Or is that Bill Clinton?
Yeah, Bill Clinton does it and Bob Dole did it.
Um,
Well, Bob Dole had the fake hand. Or like the paralyzed hand. So he would be like...
Bob Dole. I'm Bob Dole. Look at me, Bob Dole. Remember that?
Do I remember Norm Macdonald playing Bob Dole on SNL?
Yes.
No, I'm Gen Z.
Oh, shit. I forgot because you watch Euphoria all the time with your other teenage friends.
That's right.
Man, do you think that teenagers are really sucking and fucking like that all the time?
Fuck no. I think they are sitting at home, not having had any social connections for multiple years now, watching Euphoria and jerking off.
I have a question. You have been watching that Jonathan Van show on gender or whatever?
It's not about gender. There is one episode about gender, but the whole show is not about that. But go on.
Okay, but I walked in while you were watching the one about gender. Why? Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hot take moment. I can feel it coming.
It's not a hot take moment. It's more of a cancelable offense.
I think this is going to be a really cold take turf moment, actually.
It's not a turf moment. I'm just asking, if I went around, I feel like if I went around telling people I was non-binary and dressed the same and stayed the same and did all the same things I do now, no one would believe me. I feel like I'd have to get some kind of fucked out haircut.
No, you do not have to perform
then
non-binariness.
Then why did all of them have the most fucked up hair I've ever seen in my life?
Because they're fashionable.
It looked bad. One of them had just had a little fucking tiny little knot of hair in the back.
He's a Krishna.
He was not a Krishna.
He could have been a Krishna.
No, first of all, he would be a Dhari Krishna.
Whoa.
Thank you. And I don't think we should be calling him he.
You said he.
I said she, man. She-Hulk. Also, there's a She-Hulk and there's a regular Hulk. When are we going to get a they Hulk?
Wouldn't it be the Hulk?
No, there's already the Hulk.
Oh.
The Incredible Hulk.
So there is the Hulk.
Well, anyways, that was my hot take. I just don't understand why every non-binary person doesn't have sleeves and why they always have weird haircuts. Can we just get a regular haircut around here?
Tim, there's probably plenty of those people, but you don't notice them.
Why?
Because they look regular.
But if they look regular, then how am I supposed to know?
When you say your pronouns first and invite them to share theirs.
I say, hello, I'm Tim. I go by he, she, they, them, sie, zer, xing, sie, zen pronouns.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You use all of them?
I use them all.
All right. And then they say hello.
And they say, ugh.
Yeah, they go,
say,
bye.
ugh.
They go,
I'm a regular dude, bro.
They'll be like, how about you swap some of those pronouns for a shirt without pit stains?
And then they say, I'll have a latte. You know?
I'll have a latte pronouns.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great. So we make it an all non-binary cafe and we call it latte pronouns.
Never mind. No.
Why? Why is that bad?
It doesn't make any sense. No one
A
says
latte
no one, but that's not a phrase, a lot of pronouns. That's
Yeah,
not a phrase.
It is on Fox News.
It was barely a pun when I just said it in the context of what we were talking about, but it wouldn't be like, it's not a phrase.
New t-shirt coming soon. A latte pronoun.
Okay, I would actually wear that shirt.
I'm just saying, we could open a cafe.
Just to sell those shirts?
Yeah. We could make, instead of beignets, they're them yays.
Them theys.
Them theys. Instead of beignets. Instead of donuts, they're them nuts.
D's nuts.
D's nuts. What else do they sell at places?
Oh
I don't go to
God.
cafes. I go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Croissants.
Oh, instead of croissants, they're
Queer sans.
hey, Damn, we're cooking.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Queer sans. I'll have them.
Honestly,
they.
I'm gonna start ordering those as croissants and see if anyone ever corrects me.
I'll have a
I
them,
bet they won't.
I'll have a them they, and I'll have a queer sant, please. That's pretty funny.
That's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I would go to that cafe.
Yeah. And then the person's like,
And IHOP with the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity really started it all, but
and then the person's like not even looking at them, barely working because you can't say anything or else you're a hate monster.
Yeah.
So they're like, and you're like, are you going to get it? They're like, am I going to what? Oh,
what now?
that's our employees are going to have bad attitudes.
Oh, yeah. Where will we find some of those?
I'll be like, dude, I'll come out with a clipboard. I'll be like, how many people did you scoff at today? No.
It is truly wild how rude the baristas in Bushwick are. It like every single time, and I say this as a former barista who was just so nice and like fucking super hopped up on coffee and so like really good at my job also, by the way.
Whoa, let's take
But
the
it's
little
about-
self-praise down here a little
But
bit.
it's about but I know how much you fucking hate the customers. First of all, you don't have to. Let's start there, Tim. Sometimes your customer is a mean lady with 9 dogs who talks down to you, but that doesn't mean you have to hate her.
I
think
don't
it does.
have to hate her, but
you-
I do hate her. And
No, I hate her
also,
too.
I was very nice to her.
I'm sure you were. Tim's the nicest man alive. So
At one point I said, listen, I don't want to argue with you, but I know what I'm talking about, and I don't think you're right in this situation.
Tim,
Which was as mean as I got.
there is no way she handled that well.
She goes, oh, okay.
That is wild to have to. But my point is, why are these baristas? They're all like, oh, like I'm supposed to be rehearsing with my band right now, and I'm like, well, if it was any good, you fucking would be. So fucking chop with the Americano. What are we talking about right now?
Okay, Anthony Kiedis.
Right, like the world like needs to hear their music. I'm like, no, I need to have my coffee. No one needs to hear your shit.
Oh, I'm supposed to be playing my guitar right now. I can't even. It's like, listen, John Frusciante. Let's go. Let's go and
Call.
make this. Let's go and make this. Damn it! I couldn't think of a coffee that rhymed with Frusciante. Is this why you're
Hot
such a
tea?
bitch about coffee? Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay,
Oh,
and
no.
wait, hold on.
5 hours later.
Stop. And break for edit.
No,
Okay.
Tim, just get to it.
I'm sorry, John Frusciante. Now go ahead and pick me up a biscotti. This is pretty close.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have a 30-something% on our podcast score for that website I don't understand.
That's right. And I don't understand it either. What does this say? My name is Tim McLaughlin. Oh, that's my booking email. I've been trying to get booked on shows. If you're a comedian, you listen to this, I'd like to be booked on your show, please. I'm very good at comedy, but don't listen to this podcast as reference. My act is pretty good. And actually, it's actually not. I just have good stage presence. But if you want
Tim's
some...
what we'd call a personality comic.
Yeah, I'm a big personality. I've got a big personality, and I like to show it off up there.
Yeah, it came right out of this hole in his sinuses.
The doctor pulled it out of my head the other day, and he goes, "Oh my God," and shoved it right back in
Yeah,
there.
your personality's huge.
All right. Anything else? Do you have any other topics, Myka? Don't look at the time.
No, we're done.
No, we're not done.
Here we are. I don't have any topics, Tim. What do I do ever? What did I do this
I was
weekend?
going to say something that get you riled up, and then I forgot what it was. So wait, you're not a bitch about coffee because you worked at coffee? I mean, did you work the early shift, or did you
No,
work...
but that's why I'm fucking pissed when I get bad customer service. Because I'm like, it's not fucking hard. You ask them what they want. You say hello when they fucking walk in. It's not that hard. Especially like if there's no one else in there.
Yeah.
And someone walks up to the counter, you don't sit there and just fucking stare off into the distance. You know if someone's standing there.
Yeah, coffee shops aren't huge.
What are you nodding off on heroin? Just fucking make some fucking coffee. Like it's a huge fucking to-do. Okay, can I get an Americano? And it's not like I'm rude about it. Hi, can I get an Americano? I'm not trying to fucking make a whole conversation.
I am. I go in there, I go, "Hello, young man or lady or non-binary person."
Are you wearing a trench coat with two
I am-
other children when
and
you
I'm
talk
wearing-
like this?
And I'm wearing a monocle and a top hat.
Yeah.
And I go, how are you on this fine and lovely day? And they go, what do you want? And I go, I would like to talk to you about the geopolitical stances that we have in the Ukraine and Russia situation. And also, I will take a large iced black coffee, please. And they go, okay, here you go. Get out of here, you fucking weirdo. And I go, oh, cursing should not be necessary in such a time and place, I say to them.
Was that how you were gonna get me all riled up?
That's
by
what,
being as annoying as possible.
yeah. But anyways, that's how I go in. Here's the thing. I'm a hoot. People love to have me around. I'm a real fun time.
Oh, okay. Now who's bragging?
I'm a real fun time to customer service people. I go in there, I go, hey, what's going on, shooter? How you doing today? Why don't you go whip me up a little...
Shooter?
Yeah.
Tim? In the past
I
hour, I've
remember.
heard you do Homer, Adam Sandler, fucking... How many fucking other people's personalities did you cobble together to get this one?
I have amalgamated at least the whole television persona of every man in the 90s I have pulled together to create myself with a little bit of patty mayonnaise mixed in there.
Ugh, sex.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about. Was your new catchphrase.
My catchphrase. Okay, yeah.
So you have a new catchphrase. So gays are saying work. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to put your own Myka-esque spin on it as the queen of the hags.
Yeah.
You're trying to become the new gay frontier woman. And what's your new catchphrase?
Sex.
So you say sex like gay guys say work.
Yeah.
So
And it's not stealing because I'm not saying work.
well, of course it's not stealing. So like someone's like, I just won Battle Royale in Fortnite, and Mateo would go, work. Yeah. But now I say, hey, I just jerked off to every episode of Euphoria.
Sex.
Yes. See, okay, that's actually kind of good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, that might actually catch on.
I know. You guys heard it here first. I came up with the catchphrase. I fully expect it to be usurped from me, and I'll never get any credit.
But work is spelled WRQ.
ERQ. Or WRQ. Or you could just do it WORK.
So do we spell sex?
SIX. Sex.
That's six.
Six.
So I think we should spell sex
SEK.
Yes.
Sex.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's the new thing that we do now.
Sex.
Sex. And the episode is basically over.
Fuck sex.
Okay, good. Jesus Christ, you almost dropped the ball on that one.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up and end the episode.
All right, we have to do sign-offs. That's how we end every episode.
All right.
Stop. Fucking, thank God I put the tape away today.
All right, signing off.
Oh, you're going first. All right.
It is your freshly done with January sobriety, dry January, your queen of the hags and patron of coffee shops, your best friend, Myka Fox. Sex.
And signing off, it is basically your dad now. It is a guy who did probably 100 characters on this show today, like damn Comedy Bang Bang or some shit. I am a pretty good comedian who would like to get booked on shows around New York and have a live show coming up March 3rd at the Gutter. Your best friend, Timothy Grady McLaughlin II, who is in love with all of you. I love you, and I'm in love with you, and I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.